Hi, Lynn. Thanks for meeting with me. I was just wondering if we could talk a bit about what work's going to look like over the next little while. I'm having a lot of anxiety and I'm starting to worry that it's getting in the way of my work.
Yeah. Well, thanks, Ashley, for bringing this forward to me. I'm glad that you came. It's a really hard time for everybody right now. So, can you just tell me a little bit more? Tell me a little bit more about how you're feeling right now.
Yeah, honestly, I'm worried about bringing this home to my family. I'm just a bit concerned that we're focusing on like conservation of masks over prevention right now. Just with the information changing as fast as it is, and obviously I don't want to abandon my colleagues and patients either. I'm just feeling a little bit caught between a rock and a hard place right now.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like you have some moral distress going on there, Ashley. And a lot of people are feeling this way. There's a lot of conflicting information out there, and worries about what's going to happen and now and in the future. And yeah, and certainly as NSHA, we're trying to balance what the evidence is saying and trying to predict what might happen, and being very mindful that yeah, we may have to be preserving things. Is there anything more specific that you think that would be? I hear that you're being anxious and you're fearful, and is there any information you would like or anything that might be helpful that we can sort out that maybe might be reassuring to you?
Um, Honestly, I don't talk about this a lot and I'm a little bit reluctant about bringing it up, but I have a sister with cystic fibrosis, and I am a caretaker for her. My father isn't able to care for her on his own, and so she is really at risk right now, and I can't step out of that caretaking role. I guess I'm just worried that maybe droplet protection isn't enough. I'm wondering if I know that there's a shortage of N95 masks, but I'm wondering if maybe we should be using them with all patients and just reprocessing them. Given that some people can be asymptomatic and still carriers, right?
Yeah, that's a really big question right now in terms of what's the best thing for people to have, and as I said before, we're really committed to listening to the evidence because we have to weigh this out. So, at this point, we're still looking at droplet precautions, and I appreciate that might not relay your fears or reduce them, but certainly we can involve the infection control people in our conversation so we can talk it through and look about. I mean, some of the things with the protective equipment is it has to be put on properly and taken off properly, and maybe kind of building that kind of confidence in what we're using and using it properly might be helpful, knowing that this may change as we go along. So as more information comes forward, we might be able to relay, and hopefully that will help you sort of navigate that in terms of staying healthy. And I can appreciate, and I thank you for bringing me into your confidence about what's going on in your life. But knowing that is helpful for me in helping you, and just being able to figure out how we can best protect you so you can protect your family. So I think that might be a strategy that's helpful for you and maybe your other colleagues as well. We don't have to limit it to just you, but is that helpful, or is there anything else? Because I know that this can be multi-level in terms of the things that are really distressing. So is there anything else there that you would be reassuring to you?
I mean, honestly, some extra training I think would be helpful, and I do agree. I'm sure there are other people who are feeling similar anxieties to me right now. So if we could get together and maybe talk about that, that might be helpful. It's just a really anxiety-provoking time, and it can be a lot to deal with, and try to keep a brave face for your patients as well.
Yeah, because we'll be facing patients who also will be fearful as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
So there are a couple of other things here that I'm hearing: your own fear, and then sort of doing the work in a good way. And so I know you're very good at you're very attentive to how you feel, and so using some of your healthcare strategies, self-care strategies you've used in the past would be really helpful. I think maybe as a team it would be great for us to get together and talk about what are the messages we want to give our patients, how can we reassure them, and how can we support each other? Because I think that there's also the opportunity for us to be able to do that, and other things may come up in that in terms of other ways we can learn to work more efficiently and how we're going to work differently, and the mask piece likely comes out with other people as well. So I think those are great places we can start in terms of building some reassurance for folks. And yeah, and is there anything else you want to chat about? I know you discussed the N95 masks and the droplet precautions. Is that clearer? Is there something else there you want to tease out? Or?
I mean, I do think that helps a lot. I think this is a great start. You know, I'm gonna continue to be anxious, and I know we're both trying to deal with a lot of changes, and you know, as the evidence comes in, we have to adjust the way we're dealing with things. But thank you for hearing me out. I do feel like, you know, we have somewhere to go now, and like I have a bit of support in this. Yeah, thank you, Lynn.
Well, you're welcome, and please don't hesitate to come forward if you have any more thoughts or any more ideas, even, or things you're hearing from your colleague. I mean, that's what I'm here for, to help make a safe workplace for everybody. So yes, I appreciate you coming forward, and please continue to do so.
Great, thank you. I better get going. My dad needs some help, but thanks so much.
Okay.